Let's talk about 2 hamstring exercises to improve your strength, mobility, and injury resistance. We are talking about Romanian deadlifts and Nordic hamstring curls. Romanian deadlifts are great for hypertrophy and developing strength in your hamstrings. These will also strengthen your glutes and your back. A lot of people don't naturally have a good awareness of how to flex and extend at the hip without also rounding their back. So if you can get good at RDLs, you are also developing the movement skill of maintaining a neutral spine as you bend over. And that is a great life skill. It's great to be able to deadlift an object or a barbell off the floor, but sometimes you just can't get into a proper deadlift setup. Maybe you are moving an awkwardly shaped object or a heavy piece of equipment, or an awkwardly positioned patient, and you just can't get into an ideal position to deadlift from the ground. Having the ability to do a good RDL to keep a neutral spine while flexing and extending your hips will help you in life. Another benefit to Romanian deadlifts is that they will put your hamstrings in a lengthened position under tension, which we know is excellent for developing strength. And putting your hamstrings in a lengthened position, going through as much range as possible with that neutral spine, will also push your mobility. Hamstrings are the prime movers for RDLs. Your knees stay in a fixed position and the hamstrings extend the hips. Hamstrings are also the prime movers for our second exercise, the Nordic hamstring curl. But in this exercise, the hips stay in a fixed position and the hamstrings flex the knees. The version you see in this clip is the Nordic negative, where you control yourself on the way down, then use your hands to push you back up. Slow and controlled eccentrics on the way down. You can also do Nordic curls with the concentric portion, where you regress the exercise and start with less range of motion. You can use a medicine ball or padding or whatever is available to change the height and the difficulty level. I recommend starting with 5 sets of 5 reps of the eccentrics only, once per week for at least 4 weeks before you start adding in the unassisted concentric phase. Nordic hamstring exercises have been shown in multiple studies to reduce the incidence of hamstring injuries. One meta-study that compiled data from over 8,000 athletes demonstrated that hamstring injuries are reduced by over 50% in athletes that did Nordic hamstring exercises as part of their weekly programming. Nordics have also been shown to increase hamstring strength, increase knee stability, and decrease knee pain as compared to a control group in post-operative ACL surgery patients. So I highly recommend you add RDLs, which emphasize hip extension, and Nordics that emphasize knee flexion to your programming to improve the strength, mobility, and injury resistance of your hamstrings. That's all I got. See you next week.